Bianca Hills.
Alright, Bianca Hills. We're on the road again to a big windmill.
All the hills again.
Do you think that's like a green energy project since their shine sprites are all fucked up and can't make energy?
Mario pulls up in a Tesla. He's like, "What's the matter, you? I drive on the fucking ocean. I don't give a fuck.
It's electric.
I don't even pay. I don't even have a license. It drives me."
I think that this level...
Mario, that's a fucking Yoshi. It's okay.
It's electric. I plug it in.
I plug it right in. He said he loved that shit.
I think that this is the only level that I have played any extent of in this game. Is this one.
Yeah, well, and if we did play it, God, it's like, it's easily over a decade ago.
Yeah, easily over a decade ago, so...
Bees to dive. That's the fun shit.
I gotta get better at that.
It's just, yeah, it's gonna take time. This game, once you get, like, the controls and shit down, oh my god, it feels so good. But initially, it's so clunky.
Yeah, and speaking of that, going back to what we were talking about last time, and I was mentioning how I'd like to see like a more, I guess, adult version of
Pokemon.
Of the Pokemon series. I feel like there's a lot of game series that could benefit from that, and I think that it would be so cool. Because I mean, imagine the complexity of it if you had a game where you had to play as a Pokemon in the era of the Pokemon Wars, and then you have a human that tells you like what your mission is, and you have to go out and do it, and then it's like the complexion of like, do you just do what they say, or do you like decide that it's fucked up that you have to go and kill other Pokemon?
There's a lot of untouched potential with like a mature audience.
Yeah, and I feel like Star Wars could really benefit from that too. Like imagine a really gritty Star Wars game that is based in the Clone Wars, and you play as a clone, and it's like this is what like the horrors of this war was like.
I think that sort of stuff is coming. I think it's the cinematic portion of that. They're starting to see like full-fledged, like almost video-esque or movie-esque video games.
I can.
Oh, so gorgeous. Wee.
Oh,
and I think because we'll probably get distracted. Hit pause real quick. Okay, see at the bottom it tells you what the mission is.
Oh, the big windmill. Okay. I mean, I'm exploring a little bit, but the big windmill's like way the fuck over. Like
those M's on the wall, like behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Spray that shit. You know that's right.
Oh, blue. Okay, so what are blue?
On these, just hit continue. It'll save so much time if we just hit continue.
Fuck, sorry. I know now. Hey, at least I haven't hit yes on the. Do I need to explain that again?
Yeah, thank you. I think you're all good there. There's another M right there on your left. I'm there. It is. I'm gonna give you a little direction because this game's pretty darn long. So I figure we'll focus on getting through it, and then if we want to do extra stuff as we go along, or if there's fun shit, then we'll stop and do that too.
Okay. Now, where is this big windmill?
Oh, it's a pretty big windmill, I'll tell you what. It's kind of hard to miss. Just saying. Like this game's just fun. Like honestly.
Get up.
Are you good?
What is?
You're talking about that purple blur?
Yeah. What? Why can't? And I can't get up.
Well, if you want to see what the purple blur is about, press R. Keep tapping it. Start timing it a little bit. Like. Gotta go. Press it. Press it.
Oh.
Now hold that shit down.
Oh.
Highly disappointed.
I am.
If you do the same thing but hit A.
I did hit A.
It should be A. Try it again.
Well, I don't know how to do that on purpose.
Hit B. I play this game too fucking much. There you go. This is totally useless, by the way. And then hit A, like right at the peak of the jump. It was swinged.
Ah, okay.
You did it and then you canceled it, but it's all there. We experienced greatness. That right there is me after Chipotle. I'll tell you what.
Jesus Christ. You ever have Chipotle and Taco Bell on the same day and then just hate your life for like 10 hours?
No, I wouldn't live. I would kill myself.
Okay.
At that point, I'd just be bleeding straight rice and beans.
Jesus Christ.
Shit's not worth it anymore. Literally.
Oh, that's so terrible. Get them coins.
Get them coiners. But yeah, I agree though. There's a lot of like untouched potential with so many of these IPs that have been around for like ever, and it's just like who who decided that these have to always be family friendly, or they're not allowed to show blood, or like, because there's different demographics, and even longtime fans will appreciate a change of pace. Like,
oh yeah, and I mean, look at like
spray the sun,
like Star Wars Battlefront, like the current iteration of it, and I mean the original Battlefronts were so much better than the current ones. I think.
I think that's a pretty
pretty
common consensus.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I've seen too. And I think that, you know, what's a nice break from that is, I don't know if did you play Jedi: The Fallen Order?
I'm trying to remember. There's so many Star Wars games.
I mean, it's the one where you play as a Jedi, and
I imagine so.
Don't quote me on this, but I think it might have been a PlayStation exclusive. It might not have been. I don't know. That actually sounds wrong when I'm saying it out loud.
What's it called? Here, I'm gonna look it up.
Jedi Fallen Order. The guy you play as is a ginger.
Oh yeah, that's the new. Yeah, no, I've played that.
Yeah, and I
that
loved.
That game is buggy as hell.
It is buggy as hell, but I loved playing it because it, like the physics of the lightsaber, and it was so cool.
The giant windmills to your left, by the way.
yeah.
So what they do, there's no logic here. I don't understand it, but the logic that they're trying to put on you. You probably grabbed that coin. Yeah. Dive. The logic here is that the goop apparently can just like cover up fucking landmarks or like huge chunks of stuff. So at the top of this little hill, there's a familiar boss that you'll probably run into about 500 times.
King Bomb.
It's a little more common than that. You'll know what I'm talking about, like
Koopa
2
Troopa.
seconds. Have you heard?
Goombas.
That's what I was saying.
Goombas.
Your main man, Goombers. But no, the thing is, once you kill it, then it reveals the rest of the path or like things like that.
Oh, okay. I noticed things are sprouting up as I clean all this shit off.
Yeah, those are just gonna keep making paths.
Oh, the little pea piranhas are really fucking cool.
Yeah, so.
Can I kill the thing that's pooping them out?
Yep. They said, nah. Yeah, those little shits get pretty annoying pretty quick. You'll never guess.
This shit ass.
They're like, how do we like...
Did you see that thing hit me in the head and I did fucking nothing?
Mario just slowly turns to the camera. He's just like, fuck you! I got the cheat codes, a motherfucker.
Open that maw.
I like how they get so spazzy and just freak out. And so notice this, like when you killed it, almost all the goop is gonna go away.
Oh, that's pretty sweet that you don't have to play cleanup.
Yeah, there's not usually a whole lot of benefit unless you're doing some sort of fight like that is harder because there's extra goop.
No, that makes sense.
Like there would be more difficult if you have people like the little shitlords jumping at you.
Mm-hmm.
But
which I don't get why the little shitlords are clear if they're coming out of shit.
I don't know.
How does it crawl out of a giant pile of diarrhea and come out clear?
I've not tried, but I'm sure there's a way.
Alright, so this is like Mario 64 where you go in and there's more stuff to do on the same level until you get to the next one.
Yeah, so it's...
I figured.
They're pretty good at like breaking it up though. Like Super Mario 64, that game's awesome, but the missions and stuff were pretty limiting.
PD Piranha.
So, you know, like...
Sounds like someone offering you drugs like, hey man, you cool? You down with PD Piranha? Because I got some PD Piranha.
Oh man, I PD'd yesterday. I'm fucking exhausted.
No, I'll get him in his polka dot undies.
Not again. I told him specifically, I said, today's the day we're playing games. Put on your fucking striped underwear, you freak.
Or at least boxer briefs.
I mean, goddamn.
Oh, is this door open now?
Put on a
is
shirt.
Always open and I'm just blind?
No, it did open.
Okay, sweet. That's nice that you don't have to like completely redo everything.
Yeah, they do subtle changes. Like you'll notice one episode. I guess they are called episodes.
But what season is this?
Oh, fuck you. I knew it was gonna happen. I was just waiting.
I saw it. I saw it.
Second. It's not even like a big deal. It's just annoying. You know what I mean? It's just like, ugh, you just put the fucking path there, like, fuck off.
Wow, and then what? Is that shitlord shooting at me?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I see the path.
But you'll go to the same level repeatedly. Like Super Mario 64, a big thing with that is almost every single time it was the same configuration. You would just have to do something different. Like you essentially could go into almost any mission and get almost any star, which it is that way in this one. But sometimes you won't be able to get something because of the episode you're in. They're like, well, you have to beat like 3 before this little thing opens to do this. Or like this time there's shit tons of people and there's like an event going on. So they try to make it fun and diverse. That's why
that makes sense. And I think that might be part of what drives with, especially like the Mario 64 scene, is that people just do the most ridiculous shit on that, trying to beat things in a way that it was never intended to. And I think that because maybe the campaign, I guess, if you want to call it that, of Mario 64, maybe didn't necessarily have the highest replayability, but
you can fill up from little sprinklers.
But
where it lands. Yeah. Okay.
But I feel like it's a lot of like, I wonder how broken I can make this, because I don't want to play. Since it's the same thing so often, it's like I don't want to play the same thing again.
Yeah, you want to.
So it's like, how can I break this game?
You're creating like your own challenge where there might not be any.
Yeah, so it's like, how can I break this? And I think that's where like Mario Odyssey really shines, is that it's like there's a billion different ways to do everything instead of just doing the same thing. You know, these 3 different ways every time. It's like you can. There's just so much replayability in that game.
Have you ever played? I doubt you have, but have you ever played Hat in Time?
No, but I want to, because I know that's supposed to be. Isn't that supposed to be a lot like
It's literally
Banjo,
based off of this. It's this. It's mostly off of this game mixed with. You can just hover around it. It looks a lot more intimidating than it is.
How did you get here without a backpack?
Well, see, if you dance a lot, sometimes you just bounce, you know? Just don't bounce up to a fucking windmill. How you doing? I'm gonna chuck you off. Whoa.
I know it's a pain, but can you just, like, do it and we're not gonna pay you?
Yeah. But it was... Hat in Time is more like a mix between...
or I guess it was Ukulele that was more trying to be Banjo.
Yeah, that's... And I loved Ukulele, but a huge thing with them was like performance and things. Like a lot of people weren't thrilled about like, and it just wasn't a smooth experience. Where Hat in Time was like butter smooth. It feels like this plus Banjo, and it's just like executed.
That sounds
beautiful.
Great. Like,
and it's co-op.
That sounds amazing.
Oh yeah.
What I've heard from like Ukulele is that it doesn't have like the same like atmospheric presence as like Banjo-Kazooie did, and that it's a lot of like big,
we fucked.
a lot of big open levels with the same characters over and over. Like you're not meeting a lot of new people.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I've never played all the way through Banjo-Kazooie, which I know is like a sin, but.
Well, you constantly run into different characters, but all the characters are meant to be simple. Like they're all memorable. But most of them are simple. The ones that are really memorable are like...
He's a plant. Doesn't this water just like help him?
Thanks for healing me.
He's a plant. Like, what am I going to do? Overwater him and wait 4 weeks?
That was a big thing. Like, a lot of people didn't know if Petey was a boy or not.
Well, I mean, he's got polka dot panties.
Which would indicate a female presence, but...
oh, now look at him. He looks all purged.
He's also not wearing a shirt, and so you're like, well...
Hey, free the nipple, man.
Free the tit. Drown the band. Just put a cloth over him.
God, that is
do some water.
That is an Audi.
L. I believe it's L. Yes. Now that's an Audi. You got a bit of a something. It's kind of gross when you start realizing like how his underwear hangs off of his belly button, and then it pops out of place right here.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking gross. He's got that, how you say, Buddha belly?
Buddha belly. Sounds like a name of like a restaurant or like
I would eat
like a big and tall clothing store. Buddha belly.
Buddha belly is like...
Open that maw.
When your belly's so...
I'm not over there. I'm not over there.
A belly's so big that you have to like pull your pants up to your normal waist, and then you have to pull it then again over your belly.
Open up.
Like it's an event. Oh, damn.
Oh, what in the fuck was that? Open up. Don't you turn away from me when I'm trying to drown you.
It's a pain. You have to be pretty quick. Because he'll constantly try to barf on the wrong side. I don't know how you got that angle on that. But kudos.
I'm inspired by the freaking little sprayer thing at the dentist.
Alright, close your mouth and suck.
Yeah, that's the Mario rule of 3. I was like, I don't have to hit him 4 times, do I?
Yeah, really. That's kind of a... I guess a general trope. But in all Nintendo games, that's the case. You're like, yeah, if I don't know how many times I have to hit him, it's 3.
It's probably 3. I still gotta... I'm getting used to, like, the motion a little bit more. But, like, the camera, I don't know why you would invert XY. I mean, the X, like the X-axis, and then the Y. Y is normal, but then this is the opposite.
I pretty much, in my opinion, the trick to this game is any way you face, you hit L. If you're going to aim, like, specifically, hit Y.
Yeah,
so ideally, you should pretty much never use the left, or excuse me, the right yellow stick. Yeah, unless you're going to, like, angle up or down based off where you're standing. But
okay.
But yeah, we will continue this mess here in a little bit.
Next time. Bye now.
Right. Come here.
Balls?
Balls.
Balls? Balls.